Welcome back, everyone. Last week was our first video in our series, Most Iconic Quotes from Each Episode of Psych. And last week we did Season 1, Episodes 1 through 8. This week, we're going to finish out Season 1, so it'll be Episodes 9 through 15. First one is Season 1, Episode 9, Forget Me Not. Okay, for my most iconic, I picked Simba, I am your father. And then Gus says, I don't think Mufasa said that.
So I really liked that one, but I went with warthog babies. That whole scene where Gus has to deliver the babies. Gus says, what are you doing? We don't know anything about delivering warthog babies, Sean. Babies are babies. You just have to pull them out at the right time. The real question is, are you allergic to placenta?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Gus runs out and he's like, my eyes. And it's typical of Sean getting Gus roped into some crazy scene that he has to deal with, and Gus ends up running away usually.
Yeah. Did you have an honorable mention?
Close means go away, stay out. Yes, in the negative language dictionary, which is clearly the only version you own, but in the positive language edition, close means come in, step over the chain. There's so many less people trampling all over what you're looking for. Episode 10 is From the Earth to Starbucks. I'm assuming we're going to say the same thing, but I could be wrong. You heard about Pluto? That's messed up, right? Yeah.
That's what I picked. You heard about Pluto. First time of one of the most iconic lines from Psych.
Yeah, that had to be mentioned. But I do have a runner up. My honorable mention is The Jackal Has Arrived.
That's my honorable mention too, because that's also iconic in the show. Driving around that giant parking lot where no one is, like zigzagging, is just so funny.
Because when you zigzag like that, you're just making more people look at you rather than actually being sneaky.
Yes. For that episode, I had two honorable mentions. The whole Sean's planetarium speech.
Oh, yeah.
You know, starting with, my name is Aurora Borealis. There are over 400 stars in our galaxy. Maybe more, no one knows for sure. And things like the hammer of Jeff and all that. It's just hilarious. So I had to bring that one up too.
That was a 5-minute show. They've been in there 45 minutes and everyone walks out super dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't in the auditorium and walking out dizzy though.
I did go to that planetarium when I was in Vancouver once. And also that crab fountain out front. Our next episode is 11. He loves me not. He loves me. Oops, he's dead. I picked when Sean says to Lassie, you need to show some chest hair. Chicks dig the sternum bush. Because that's something that comes back a lot too.
That's a good one. I thought about that, but I thought this one, it wasn't really iconic, but I thought it was funny. When they're talking to Marvin and they're, will you do me a favor in your funny accent? Will you say magically delicious? Did you have an honorable mention?
I didn't on that one, even though when I think about it, isn't that one where Sean and Gus are together at the end and he says jerk chicken, like.
That's my honorable mention is dude jerk chicken. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So Cloudy with a Chance of Murder, season 1, episode 12. This one was later remade, but we're only talking about the first one. My most iconic for Cloudy with a Chance of Murder is, have you ever considered going by the name of Bolt Lightning? No. Cloudy McMillan? No. Wending Morning Dew? That's a woman's name.
That's exactly what I picked. The real Weatherman names. Didn't they have outtakes of ones they didn't use?
I think so, because I feel like I watched that somewhere where it was like 10 different names instead of just like 3 or 4. which was awesome. My honorable mention was clouds don't kill people, people kill
Oh,
people.
yeah. That's true. That should be my honorable mention. Episode 13, Game, Set, Murder. Has a lot of views in it.
Yeah, it did. I feel like they do that a lot.
2 words. Airwolf Windbreaker.
Yep, that's what I picked.
Oh, you did the trust issues.
Well, it's the whole like conversation.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, and then Sean responds, yeah, Airwolf Windbreaker, like I saved you from that.
Yeah. Like, because Gus was mad because he's like, I've never seen you wear it. And he's like, I took it so you wouldn't wear it, not to wear it.
Yeah.
My honorable mention was another reoccurring thing during the episode, which was basically Gus being mad that he couldn't say like lines that were like catchy. Near the end, he says, so the prophecy has been fulfilled. What are you talking about? What prophecy? Nothing. I just figured it was finally my chance to say something dramatic. The next episode is Poker. I barely know her. Episode 14. So there were two big ones for me for this episode. Mine was, what about your license? My pilot's license? Back in the system. Or perhaps you're referring to my license to kill revoked. Problems at the Pakistan border. I could give you the details, but then I'd have to kill you, which I can't do because my license has been revoked.
License to kill revoked. Yes, that is mine as well. I remember I used to like quoting that with my friends. We like that.
I don't know. Something about it is just hilarious. Like, so my second place was the whole Lassiter surprise birthday party. Why are these people at my house? They're your friends. No, they're not. I got them out of your address book. You took my book. They find out that it's a little black book of people they arrested, and the stars mean they've been arrested multiple times.
My honorable mention is kind of related to that. It's when the chief says, and you don't even want to know what we call the Secret Santa debacle of 2005. Because
I almost picked that.
I really want to know. Like, I need a flashback that shows us what happened in the Secret Santa debacle of 2005. The last episode of the season, of season 1, is episode 15, a very awesome episode called Scary Sherry, Bianca's Toast. And we might have the same one, but we might not, because there are lots of good things in this episode.
I definitely have 3 from this episode.
So my most iconic is, we actually started an urban legend. That's dope. Fist bump.
That was mine. Fist bump.
That one is just a simple, awesome quote that also I feel like I say that's dope a lot more just because of that.
Yeah, I definitely say that more. And I always thought it would be cool to start an urban legend, but obviously never did. So I'm kind of jealous that they started one, even though it's fictionalized.
Mm-hmm. I have a few honorable mentions, I guess.
Me too.
One is, stop telling people my name is Bud.
Yep. That's my second one, is Bud from the Cosby Show. And that's a reoccurring thing throughout the whole series. And they even get Bud from the Cosby Show on, which is awesome.
The finale.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was pretty sweet. One of the awesome little gems in the finale is Bud. My next one is, I love when Bianca tells the story about her kitty alarm clock. And that actress like kills me. Like, she is hilarious.
And she's like blinking slowly as she's telling the story.
Blinking, and then
Sean's
exploded.
Yeah. I like that. I really, really liked Detective Goochberg, and I'm so sad she wasn't in any other episodes. Like, she was one of my favorite side characters ever. You know, when she's in the hospital and she's like, Scarecrow, did we get him? And then he goes on and says a bunch of stuff. And then she's like, but did we get him? And so he switches to the side she can hear from, and she's like, yeah, we got him, Goochberg.
One more honorable mention from Scary Sherry. It's Gus's speech where that starts.
Oh, yeah.
I will not enter a room first. I will not enter a room last. And he goes on. And then Sean leaves them later. Anyway, there's a ton of good things from that episode. Just chock full of good quotes and moments and characters.
It was definitely a good episode. Good finale.
Yeah. That concludes our most iconic quotes from each episode of season 1. Next week, we will do the first half of season 2.
Thank you for everyone who's watched and commented and liked and shared.
We had more viewers than we predicted. That was exciting. And
that was exciting.
Thanks for subscribing. That's extra awesome. Keep letting us know what your favorite quotes are from the episodes we talked about. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.